Trudeau sent millions to fund gender activism in Africa while Canadians struggle. These are your tax dollars at work, but they're not working for you. In case you were wondering where all your hard-earned tax dollars are disappearing to, let me give you a little hint. It's not going to fixing our collapsing healthcare system or helping struggling Canadian families or securing our borders or rehabbing our veterans or housing our homeless or getting clean water to Indigenous communities. Nope. Instead, the Liberals are once again sending your money overseas to fund radical gender activism in Africa. To see more stories like this one, digging into the creative and crazy DEI ways the Liberals are wasting your money, visit exposethewaste.com. The Liberals are exporting the worst parts of the Cultural Revolution to countries that never had one and don't want one. Let's start with the first. $32,384 and change. That's what Global Affairs Canada decided was necessary to promote registration and documentation rights for intersex, transgender, and gender non-conforming refugees in Kenya. That's right. While Canadian veterans are being offered assisted suicide instead of actual care, the Liberals are bankrolling gender activism in Nairobi. And then it gets worse. They're also blowing $1.44 million of your dollars to strengthen the resilience, whatever that means, of LGBTQ plus activist groups in Morocco, Algeria, in Tunisia. The project claims to promote safety and mental health for activists to create more advocacy groups to push gender ideology in these countries. Now, I don't know about you, but I wasn't aware that lobbying for trans activism in North Africa was a top priority for struggling Canadians. Do you feel better about your sky-high grocery bills caused by government spending-induced inflation and carbon taxes now that you know your tax dollars are making sure LGBTQ activists in Tunisia get better networking opportunities? These aren't Canadian groups. These are foreign activists in foreign countries getting direct funding from our government while Canadians are being taxed into oblivion. How is this even justifiable? This isn't about human rights. This is about Trudeau's obsession with pushing radical gender ideology across the world. It's gender theory colonialism, first world nonsense imposed on developing nations who need food security, sanitation, and cheap energy. It's not enough that they're forcing this agenda on Canadians. Now they're making it Canada's chief export globally on your dime. And the Liberals will tell you, oh, it's just a drop in the bucket. No, it's not. It's a pattern. Billions wasted on activist pet projects while regular Canadians are just left behind. These Liberals always find the money for this nonsense. But when it comes to cutting your taxes, supporting recovery-based drug policy, or securing our borders, all of a sudden they're broke. Canadians deserve better than this reckless ideological spending spree. If you're sick of seeing your money wasted, it's time to call it out. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. I thought it was impossible to shock me with government waste at this point in my career, but I remain shocked at the crazy, wasteful, woke nonsense the Liberals are spending our money on. To see more stories just like this, go to exposethewaste.com.